Good day. I am Rochelle Frank. My colleague, Zwade Phillips, and I of Signal Hill Secondary School, House of St. Clair, will be interviewing Mr. Bertille St. Clair as we get an insight on his early life, professional achievements, and his advice for young people today.
Good afternoon. My name is Zwade Phillips.
And I am Rochelle Frank, and we are both sixth formers of the illustrious institution of Signal Hill Secondary School. And this evening we are here with Mr. Bertille St. Clair, just to, ask him some questions and have an insight into who he really is.
So, Mr. Sinclair, tell us about your influences in your early childhood stages.
Actually, I was born in Black Rock, and then my parents moved to Rockleyville. So I lived there for some time. And nowadays, you guys could go to school with your nice shoes and all this kind of thing. We had to run the ground barefooted and do this sort of thing. Actually, and after that, well, I went to the Scarborough Boys School. I wasn't able to take the school, you used to call it college exhibition at that time. But I was a good student. And the principal who came there one time, he was from Trinidad. And when they removed him, he took me to Trinidad, Mr. Ralph Doyle. So I lived in Princeton. And then long ago, you have primary school teachers where you start to, you didn't have, you used to call it school living, but you do that and you grade into teaching. So I did that in Princeton. And then when I told him that I want to come back to Tobago.
And at what age were you?
That time I was 16 or I was 17. No? Yeah, because remember you didn't call it school living, and you had to be in school 15, right? 17. So I started to teach at Montgomery School at age 17, Montgomery Government School, right? And then I worked there for some time. And one of the things is that I love cricket. I used to coach cricket. I used to play a lot of cricket. And well, one teacher was in charge. You know, they have a sports teacher. We're going to say, the teaching, you have to do something. So I became the sports teacher after a while. And because Bonaccord, where did I come from? they used to win all the primary school cricket. So when I took over the Montgomery School cricket, one of the things we have to tell you young people is so we have to find incentives so that you look up to. Because on mornings, when there is mango, you have to go to below the mango trees to run all those guys back to school because they're lining up for mango. So when I took over as the sports teacher, long ago there were clubs in Tobago like Scarborough Rovers and these stuff and all of the other things. So I went to Scarborough clubs and asked them for some bats. So they gave me some broken bats and I took them to school. And you know what I told the kids? Who come to school early with bats. You don't have to go in the mango tree anymore to look for them because they all come in there. Then we had a special class, and I was doing the special class. You know, all these children together, but we have this special room. I was in that class. And you know, as I said to you earlier, incentive is so important. So we will have, you all don't know about that, I show, head and tail.
Yeah.
If you come head, go for recess. If you're in tail, you can't get no recess. And then sometime we can have it spelling, right? 6 out of 10, go for recess. If you had that, you think next day you have to raise it because everybody working to spelling. Yes, and that's how we know that. And those incentives encourage you guys to do. And I'm saying that after that, Montgomery Government School rule cricket and football in Tobago. Okay. Yeah? I can even remember one time we were playing against a team from Trinidad down at Mount Pleasant Ground. Half time we had them 3-0. And the principal come to the teacher and saying to him, what happened? What those guys could beat you? The teacher tell the principal, you had played and I played. Same thing, those guys playing too much football. So we won all the league and thing. And one of the things I normally did because after that I even I got a small car, Armstrong used to drop me to school. So in the evening, I drive up to Bertille So they used to clean up all the park. Fellas used to run and hide when they see coming. I change up your life for fellas in Bertille. You from Bertille?
No.
Oh, yeah. So after doing that for a while, I think in 1980, 81, and I still was doing, I was coaching cricket in the town. Because we even won the West Hall Youth Tournament. I coached that. And Mr. Victor Wheeler was the principal at Signal Hill. And they asked me to, imagine I didn't go to the secondary school, they asked me to come to teach in Signal Hill. So I taught at Signal, I did English and I did sports, and physical education. That ground in Signal Hill I built up. And that time I said, nice students, because the morning I said there's a treasure on the ground where we, Pandy a fellow who cut it down for us and clean it up. So a lot of stones. So I tell you guys, there's a treasure on the ground, who find it? But you have to pack up the stones, the whole room. The morning, everybody go down and think they're looking for the treasure, yeah, nothing on the ground. but they did it, so that's what thing. Yeah, so that's how we have a ground, because long ago, we used to play over where those houses are over there. And we used to have to paint the stones that we can't take out and play football there. Yeah, so and then Signal Hill go from there. And as I say, one of my thresholds, the first word for me is discipline. If you have no discipline, you can't be anybody. In football, they say there are 3 A's. The first one is ability, and we have that in the way. But the second one is aggression. We lack in that, because I used to compare you all with the Trinidad, and they say, you see a man on the street, he's not eating, so you're looking for things to eat. You see a dustbin? At Trinidad, and you see, yes, that's aggression. That's the second A. But the final A is attitude. And it's so important. That's why in Signal Hill, those guys, they all make it could behave. Now, when I come up to Signal Hill, when I say training on evening, guys, as soon as school over, train and make sure. Sometimes I go on to come back. When I come back, some of the guys hiding. As soon as they see the car coming, they gone around the track. So I go tell them, run. So you might say, run for the rest of the evening. You understand? It's so important. But I had some great days in Signal Hill. As I say, one year, the first year in 81, we played in the secondary school thing, and we must praise this lady, Miss Nicholson. She was the Minister of Sports, and she was the person who caused us to get into the secondary school league. Because long ago, used to sing what? QRC, we want a goal. Oh, yeah. Right. So we got into that. And in 81, some team beat us badly. I think the team from South gave us about 6 goals. But as I tell, in that presentation, they used to have a school that had all the other children live up with it. San Fernando Tech. Yeah? They beat us up. So I tell the guys, we don't worry, man. We're going to make it. And the next year when they started to train, I said, we come into school for 7 o'clock. Are we going to eat, coach? I said, you're going to fix up some Miss Nicholson. And the other lady was the, what we used to call the teacher? Yes. They would make breakfast for the guys. So we'd come, train, then bathe and go and get breakfast and go to class. You understand? And evening we training. And sometimes when we have recess, we go inside the room there and train. Playing ball morning and night. Yeah, so those guys used to work hard. And then we went to the Intercol in 82, and we won the Intercol. But here's something. When we won the Intercol, I can remember that at time we were playing the Intercol, when I went up to the wharf to see the boat going down, people trying to storm the boat to go down city to go and play. And when I get on the plane in the morning, I have to pray to the Lord. I say, let us win this game, please. Because you can't come out of the stadium. Yeah. When we win, people conch shell. Yeah. To be going on, and they say you can't run on the hazy cover track on the thing. To be going, it's gone around there, man. And many Trinidadians join us. And Signal Hill won the most intercall ever. thing with the honor media with it because we went in there, as I said to you earlier, that my 60 or sometime they had the intercontinental thing, and we went in there in 81. So Signal Liberty didn't well. We played cricket, we did that. And I think what happening now is that we need to, as I said, I got to talk Mr. King, we had to get things in place because we could rule. It's only that the guys not putting out enough. And children learn what they see. And it's so important to have proper leaders. Right? And I say, my thing in everything is that respect. I respect you, you respect me. Nobody is better than anybody. All we do is to respect each other. Obey your teachers. And as I tell kids, now, I tell the parents, you don't have to flog them. Long ago we started to take licks. Or not again. Just talk to them and you explain to them, hey, you're not doing that right. Please get up. Talk to her. And they do that. So things do happen. So I think so that's what I say. What other question?
So, Mr. St. Clair, seeing as you are a teacher and a coach, did you always have a passion in these areas, or what? Did you always want to do this?
Well, you had to call it a passion, or maybe God gave me that gift. Because as I said, I coach cricket. We won the Westall Youth Tournament for Tobago. I coach hockey. And we won the national championship. And the guys were with Paradise Hockey Club. Yes, they had interzone and we only one club in Tobago and we won the interzone with all the other teams. But hear me, Trinidad, the ladies took me as a hockey coach. So I started to coach the national ladies hockey team to go to Panama. And here what's happening. One time they even come up here and train. And I used to praise those ladies because on a morning they would pick me up on the airport and I take me to Hilton Hotel for breakfast. But here's something. We have to leave for Panama, I think was Tuesday. Sigla Hill qualified to play in the contact the intercall, the Wednesday. I said, no way. I'm not leaving Tobago. You know, so now they don't speak to me. Because I gave up on that. What's the Signal Hill my school? I had to work on it. And next sportsman I say, hey, I go to Panama, I go in there. But I decided to stay. And that's so important.
So that love for Signal Hill was always there.
All the while.
That's very admirable.
Yeah, because it's Mr. Wheeler who brought me to Signal Hill, right?
Yeah.
Normally, because at the same time when he brought me there, I was to go to the teachers' college to do the exam. I say, the man asked me, I going up there and play. I going up there and play. And I say, again, I will have to let you know that football, as I say, changed my life. Because I've traveled the world. And it's important that while I coach in Signal Hill, 81, they asked me to coach the national team, under 13, with Shaka Hislop and Latta P. And sometimes when you hear these guys talking, you smile, you know. Because Shaka Hislop, he was on the TV this week. One coward young man. You know, and you had to walk with him so much. Then Latta P said, Coach, I want to play defense. He shot so. He's either put in midfielder, you know. And then we think. And then when I select the team, we went to Puerto Rico. When I select the team, the manager was O'Brien, asked me, why going with that little boy? When I picked Dwight, because all the guys were 13 and Dwight was 10 years old. I have to So I told him, I said, who picking the team? After that, he never asked our next question. I'm in charge of that team. So we went to Puerto Rico and we did well. Right? We came second because that year America didn't need the team. We did well. So thing. And after that, when I coached the under 16, we made the qualifying stage of the World Cup and come in take over the team. I tell them don't call me again to coach no football. Bam, they call me back, they beg me, and I'm going to coach the under 19. And I am the first man in the English-speaking Caribbean to take our team to the World Cup. Wow. As the under 19, we took them in to Portugal in 91. In 91. right? And that's it. And they're saying that, football made me travel all over the world. And then they come up with me, again, every time I do have to beg for no job. When I was in Signal Hill there, they were opening the sports division in Tobago, where George Leacock was in charge. And they come and beg me to work with the sports division.
Yeah, that's soft spot for coaches.
Yeah, so I went and worked with the sports division. And I say, this is the next thing. When I was at the sports division, I am saying that we employ Terry Williams and all these fellas, we employ as coaches. And I am saying, you have to do a job. So I used to give them a program. And therefore, if I drive up to Hope and you're not there, you must tell me why. Or I'll drive up to there. Because you have TDT and you go around to all these schools. Nowadays, that's not happening. So it's only some of the schools who have somebody with them progressing. And it shouldn't be that. You're getting paid to do a job, do it. So yes, so I work with sports division for a while. And then they begged me to come to the Cayman Islands to do some work for them. Because of football. So I've been to the Cayman Islands. That was in 94, yeah. And then they had the World Cup going on. Then for the World Cup, for the 96 World Cup, for 98. And when I was in the Cayman Islands, St. Vincent was getting a set of licks to beg me to come from the Cayman to coach them. One of the things I would always confess, make an error, is that when I go to the Cayman and they ask me, what salary you want? Cayman or US? Hear me, US. Never to know that a US dollar or 99 cents in Cayman.
Wow.
Yes, man. So I take US. Because you know you like US. Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's all right. So when St. Vincent sent for me, I said, if you could double up that money, I'll come and help you. So I went to St. Vincent and I coached them. And well, they had lost 3 matches before, so I only had 3 games to play. We played Jamaica the first game. And St. Vincent was getting 6 and 8 goals from teams. And halftime against Jamaica was 0-0. The St. Vincent people gone crazy, man. They lift me all about the place. So we end up, they beat us 1-0. Mm-hmm. And you know why I say sometimes I had to defend Jack Warner? Because when I went to Jamaica, after they put you up and think we having the game, one of the men came to me and said, we need some goals. And anything you want, you could get. After time, I say, my reputation is at stake. So, halftime, 0-0. You could have walked through and threw a thing on the ground. In Jamaica, I talk about it, not a word. But they beat us 2-1. And that year, they qualified for the World Cup for 98. The same thing happened at Honduras because they were close. So I say, I can't do that. And so and then as I worked in St. Vincent for a while, and they wanted to keep me. And the mighty Jack Warner said, no, he's not giving them the money to pay me. So that St. Vincent will beat Trinidad and Tobago. That's why I come back to coach Trinidad and Tobago. So, and then, as I say, I always congratulate him because, as I said, I traveled the world, all over. And as I say, I'm telling these coaches nowadays, they need to read plenty and do things. I can remember the second time I went to Lily Shaw in England. And when you're doing coaching, you come like ask the teach. When you at the end of the week, you have to do a program so that the people coach the guys and the second time I went to Lily Shaw, the white man asked me when I finished the Friday evening, he asked me why you come there. Because I said I use my teaching habits to do it. Right? I'm saying to you all, and remember this part, there are no dunks, people. People learn things differently. That's why some of the teachers need to take time. You good, and she think, come on, miss, you can make it. Bit by bit, and you get up, hey, I done with you, and you think about it. You can't work like that. We all learn differently at different times.
And I believe that's why you're so unique, because most coaches and teachers don't have that talent to be able to manipulate their craft for everyone to understand.
Definitely. And I say, I really get that from teaching. Because long ago, when you're on the blackboard writing, the supervisor at school sitting down to watch what you're doing, And then you have to give them your curriculum, and you get your focus. Okay? So you have to write up something where you want to teach and all the kind of, so you show it to the principal. But teacher coming in or anything and anyhow, no, not so. Some teachers, you can blame more.
So, during a time as a teacher and coach, have you ever encountered any obstacles or challenges that made you feel like quitting?
Not really, because you see, when you have a love for it, it's important. Only that, as I said, when I was at Bungary, when I was playing football that time, I broke my leg, right? And then my mommy told me, "You're not to kick a next ball." So I decided not. So I was young, 17 years, I think. I say, I go and learn to referee. That why last night, even see that trophy, that thing. Last night, Saturday night, they honor me as a referee. And I was saying that, and long ago, they used to have teams from all over. So one time, a team from Scarborough Town playing against a team from from Shardville. I was the referee. And I don't miss it. When the referee blew, you had to do it. So Shardville lost the game. So you know what they told me? After the game and they're talking, you're not to come back Shardville. Long ago, that was how it is. So I gave up refereeing. Because if you're doing something for free to help them and they can't appreciate that, because all these referees get money long ago, it's for free, you're doing everything. So I give up refereeing. So that's it. But I say I love the sports, the passion for it. Yeah? And I did a lot of courses, because even to athletics, we used to call it hop, step, and jump. I jump all them kind of things I thought guys up in Signal to do. Yeah. And I really wanted us to have a nice track and so on up in Signal Hill. And something, right? So we could have your own sports. We don't have to go anywhere else to keep sports. Because we have the land, right? Yeah, but
During your time as both a coach and a teacher, what would you believe to be your greatest achievement thus far?
well, if you want to say that, like I try to help all the kids in Tobago, and especially one time we had a guy in Signal Hill who had a lot of top talent. We call him Wendell Moore. Okay, son there. Wendell Moore. And again, you have to have incentive and things to do. We had a club in Signal Hill, and every mountain we used to write papers. So, and the children will sell it to you. So we will do that, right, to raise funds, right? And long ago, like on a mountain, we keep a little party. Yes, up in school, we had to raise funds. And we took this guy, Wendell Moore, to England. I took him to England in 1982, just before the Intercut. And we took him to Bristol Rovers. I can remember the manager, because he even asked me to come to New Zealand to work with him, Bobby Gould. And Wendell Moore was a good player. He would be in front of Dwight, because he was a good player. But your parents, the parents say, let him come back. The man wanted to keep him. He's a really professional. Say, let him come back home and do his exam. So he came back to do exam. We win the intercall. But he only two subjects he got, But he was playing good football, so we got a scholarship for him. Don't worry that, all right. We got a scholarship for him. And so after that, all the children coming to Signal Hill because they want scholarship. The same Jomo Pitt you see talking there. All of them leave Bishop's High School and come to Signal Hill, sixth form. And then we get scholarship for them. I send away all of them to study. A lot of them leave Signal Hill, leave Campton. So we send away all the guys in Signal Hill. Dwight York say, Coach, I want to play football. Right? And even to one time they wanted him to play with the national under 18 team. We sent him to play the senior team. We sent him down to Trinidad. He come to school. And then we decided, well, we're going to send him away. And then when I was coaching the team, the under 18, the under 19, the man came down and looked at it. So Mr. Wilson and I took him to England to play with Aston Villa. They screened him and they took him. Wow. Right? And from there, I saw him become the professional footballer. But as I say, children have to, if you read the book, the lady was reading the book, Dwight York say, if it wasn't for me, he didn't know where he'd be today. He'd be maybe down in Canaan catching crab and climbing with the boys on the block. But I told him that he has to learn. And one of the things is I did one morning, and guys will always remember that. When I passed down by the community center, there had some big guys out there drinking. And Dwight York sit down with them with a beer in his hand. So when he saw me, he dropped the beer. I said, go down. Because actually he will tell you, do for some push-ups. So as he coming up, I hit him on the head, bam, go back down. Go back down. You know what he said? He said after that he never drank a next beer. They told him. And Caribbean used to sponsor him. And he's still ain't drinking. Yeah, so that's the next thing. So you have to do the thing. As I say to the guys, do the right thing. Do the right thing. My players and them, all the teams I coach, every national team I coach, and I'm saying to them, you have to look the part. If I see you, as I try to compare, hey, you have 9 subjects, I ain't have none. And that lady called us for a job. You put on your long pants, you short with your pants. Boy, I say, well, job, turn the jacket and tie and I gone. She didn't ask no question, who she picking first? Appearance, yeah. So this is why when you're playing football for me, put your shirt in your pants. As you're not coming. A few months ago, they had a tournament down Plymouth with over 40 guys, and the Trinidad team was playing down there. Apart me kind of walk. When I walk in, you see what they do? Everybody puts their shirt in their pants. And a fella kick up and that thing and throw it away. When you see me coming, go down and do it push-ups. So that's the sort of thing the fellas appreciate, and it's so important.
Well, I hope you didn't clout him too.
Now you get away. I didn't go down there because you see, do it right on top of the bank, so you get away. Get away.
So, after all these years of your coaching life and being a sports person, would you say that you achieved everything that you wanted, or you could have done more?
No, I think I did, you know. The only setback is not that I taken the first time since 1989, the national team went to the second round of the World Cup. And I took them there. And with 3 games to go to qualify for that World Cup in 2006, one morning, someone is going to call me and tell me that he brought this guy and he want me to work with him, Benaka. Because, you know, we want to feel that fella better than me because you see color there. All right. So I just tell him, I say, give me my money and let me go where I live in. Because for me to start to coach that team, they come right up in my yard and beg me, you know. Because I taken them to the Gold Cup semi-final. And because I talk about giving the guys some more money, they fired me. So I didn't worry them. Even to one morning, I went down he asked me to come down for discussion. I don't forget those things. And we went down for the discussion in Trinidad, and we talking. And he said, but we need you to take over the team, and we giving you, and that time that was plenty money, $50,000 a month. I tell him, I say, I don't need that. He asked me, who refusing that? I get up, I say, no, you were a teacher, and I was. You have $1 million. You know, I don't have $1 million, but I'm happy. Beat me chest. Get up and shake my hand. So the next year, I'm running down there cleaning that pool. I see a car drive up. And he and the secretary came, and they begged me to come back. And that's how I take over the team. And then now, we go to the semi-final, 3 games to go. And I go there. So then I'd be the first man to take 2 teams to the World Cup, the under-19, the first and the record. So that was the position. And up to now, we're in trouble. I meet the second round of the World Cup since then. Since I take you to the semi-final of the Gold Cup, Shaka Islop was the goalkeeper, David Naked. Because he said, coming down here just now, he threw away the penalty against Canada and they fired me. I should have gone there and kick it. You know? And up to now, we can't meet the semi-final of the Gold Cup yet. So I think I've achieved a lot. In Tobago, I have to say it locally, we don't recognize that. Right? Because sometimes my son say when in England and they go to a place and they signing something, they say, Gary Sinclair, what are you to coach Sinclair? I know they want to treat him properly. But in Tobago, we tend to not to feel that is so important. But I am happy for my achievement. I'm not suffering. I'm comfortable. I don't need anything. And I just want to continue to help Tobago children. That's why I continue to do this. I'm trying to, right now, we have a piece of land that Mr. Warner gave it to me, Alan Warner. And we thinking I'm going to put on one of the better grounds in Tobago. And we're going to have indoor basketball thing for you. In case Tobago ain't do it yet, I go do that. Hopefully, yeah. Hope the man out back a little is where they're building some houses on the side. If you all ever drive out there, Alan Warner, and he promised me that plan. He used to be my good friend. So we're going to have something good because there's something like that I wanted for Signal Hill, you know. Where I have a nice track on the bank there. I wanted to put the bleachers and then we put it thing on the side over there. Yeah. That's why you see how they dig out the back over there. So if you have to do running and thing and if you don't want to sweat, they go sweat on the back, not on the day. So we had the track going wrong and the thing. And once we used to have the long jump up on the bank. And they move it and that'll be a nice place, but I move on. Okay, so that is my aim, and I want to wish all Tobagoans. And I say there are so many things that we could do for Tobago, and some people don't understand and appreciate it. And young people are looking out to you. Because long ago, I can remember when one Hover was in charge of football in Tobago. We had a Caribbean tournament here with Grenada, Barbados, St. Vincent, and Tobago, and we won it. And when they had the first Caribbean Professional League, and that year I get some money from Dwight. Actually, I keep it that I'll be a millionaire. All right? From Dwight York, we took a team to the Caribbean Professional League. And we come third. Alvin Coney had one team and Edgar Bedard had one. And they sell out to one another so that we can come second. So Tobago has talent. All we want is proper development and the real people to guide it. Everybody, I say children learn what they see. And coaches and teachers must lead by example. It's so important. And once we could do that, and then I say we must look out for Tobago because every day now we're talking about we want self-government or whatever you want to call it. What are the children looking up to? Huh? I don't want to go and study, or I want to do that. But you could start at home and do things. So it's important. What I want to say to you all, the sky is the limit. What you put in, you get out. And the final thing I say, I surely nobody saying, long time thing you have to say, the heights by great men reached and kept was not attained by sudden flight, but they while their companions slept were toiling upward through the night. Once you have do that and have done achieve, God is good. Bless you all.
So, Mr. St. Clair, what was the most interesting place you have visited in all of your travels thus far?
I think I like England, you know, but in Egypt was nice because on a Sunday, during the day, you go up on the pyramids and you see people on back, on horseback and thing, and people sitting up there. And then, as I said to some guys here, the last time I traveled by boat is on the River Nile. And there's party here, you're taking a small boat and you're going to this big boat. And when you go on there, you have things to eat, you're dancing and you're everything. And 2 hours and you come back out in Egypt. Okay. Real nice. And I go to Portugal several times and it's kind of, I travel all over the world. And the football make it that. So you know it is. And that's why I say, that's why I always say again, Tobago is a great place. When you go to China and you see what's happened there. And as I say, if you go to China as a sportsman, you could make millions of dollars when you come down here because the things so cheap. Boots, everything, that kind of thing. China. Same thing with South Korea. Yeah. All those places I go, Russia, all those places. Great. And I said that football made me happy. And as I say, until the man ready, I'm doing what I could do for Tobago children. I'll continue. Right now I have a job in the Cayman Islands, but I told the man there, I can't take no stress no more. I don't want to win and lose. So I go to the States, Ralph Lundy, Soccer Academy. So I go to the States every year and coach the US children. And sometimes when they have me doing the last session sometimes. And when I do it, all the kids on the car park, when the parents come on it, I could remember one day when I finished the session, this right hand nearly break off.
Oh.
Hear the train. You work us hard, but we love it. And that's the thing I know about America too. They appreciate it. You know, because the things I do, as you said earlier, as we said, I do things differently. I tell them, I say, I am this girl on high heel, step in. I Trinidad and Tobago girl, so learn to dance. So I had them drift, come, turn, come on. Get them busy. And they love those kind of things. So every year I go to the States, I coach in Atlanta, and in North Carolina and South Carolina, West Georgia University, how you call it, every year. I didn't go last year, I wasn't well. But hopefully this year I'll make it again. All right, so you all, as I said earlier, the sky is the limit.
Judging by how sports used to be in the past, how would you view sports now?
Definitely long ago, we didn't have the kind of funds, but the people used to work hard and things. But I find nowadays, we're not doing anything. The people running the things, they're not looking forward. And as I said earlier, incentive is so important. But you know what we do here? You could run, and you're asking them for help. No, go and win something. Next week, they want to give everything after that. And it's so important. We have to do a proper development. And it starts with the young people. And give them incentive. Because look, recently they had some village football for little ones. I am saying, if that group win it, give the little kids a trip to Grenada or somewhere, but no, you're going to see next year, everybody want to play. And we not understand these things, you know. You have to look out for the trend and make them comfortable. But as I always say, vision. They say if you have no vision, the country perish. Have a nice day, children.
Okay, Mr. St. Clair, that was a mouthful of information. And we thank you again for carving out this time this afternoon to speak with us. And we truly appreciate it.
Yeah.